Back at the Halo World Championship 2017, a little roster called Team Envious won $200,000. Hook went back to Call of Duty and that roster was thrown to the wolves and Pistola was left to rebuild. And my word, rebuild he did. Sniped down and Miquin, they went their separate ways. Pistola, well, he decided to pick up Boo Boo Doo, Trippy and Saiyan, and honestly, what a way to come back from nowhere. Now they match on the biggest stage in the Halo World Championship. Andy, this is a big battle for both of these sides because obviously, you know, it used to be an old roster. They all used to be together, and now they're playing for a guaranteed $100,000.
Yeah, such big money on the line for this matchup here, Sims. And what's amazing is I think it's safe to say that this is kind of the test, right, of the roster moves that have occurred from the season. Who made the right decision? Which of those former Envious players ended up with the better squad?
Now, honestly, if I were EnVy, I'd be very, very scared because they are going now and sitting down on main stage, and they are sitting down against a Reciprocity that has what I like to call a H2A Miquin sitting down in the chair.
What is this guy doing? We're watching his plays from backstage. He's hitting so many snipes that I was talking about. It almost diminishes how good his opponents look because he's not missing a single shot. So consistent. He's hitting shots he has no business hitting, and he's playing so well. But on that same side of the stage, Spartan, right? Every single game is on top of the leaderboard. What I love about Spartan this event is he a player that we know can go off? Absolutely, but sometimes we see him hot and cold. At this event, he's been performing so consistently.
Yeah, this is the Spartan that we wanted to see. This is the Spartan that missed out on a very big opportunity last year with the Legions, but this time he's come back. He's come back with a vengeance. He's come back with an absolutely disgusting roster, sticking with Penguin. And my word, this game could go all the way. Everyone wants to see a Game 7. I know you guys out there do. We most certainly do. And honestly, both of these teams being so evenly matched, it could definitely end up that way. But kind of talk a little bit more about Envious. Obviously, the sit down on that main stage, Andy, they've just come... Reciprocity have come back off of an absolutely belting win. They're going to be fired up and ready to go. Let's not, you know, kind of take anything away from EnVy. They took out Elevate over on the side station, so they're coming off a win themselves. But they'll have been watching this, and they'll have been realizing that you cannot give Miquin any breathing room or any space whatsoever with that sniper rifle, otherwise he's going to rip your face off. Reciprocity versus Envious. Game 1. Strongholds on Eden. Seattle, scream your lungs out. Let me hear you make some noise. Winner of this bags themselves top 3 and a guaranteed check of $100,000.
And what's fantastic here, Sims, not only so much on the line between these two teams, but how hard was this pick coming into the event? Who is the third best team in North America? Who is the fourth best team? It was between these two squads, and we are so lucky that we have a head-to-head matchup that will decide it.
It's going to be incredible. Pistola top mid now. They'll get the early edition on the catwalk. No one else has a point, though. Points will tick over. Rockets are going to be still up. We kind of expect this in the early game. Nobody wants to go diving in for those power weapons with fear of getting grenaded out. You can see Blue Bend is getting transferred. Oh, he sees the OS guy. The OS guy sees him, whips out the rockets, get the beat down. He gets the stick, and he absolutely destroys him.
That is Pistola at his finest, right? He takes his time on that overshield battle, then gets the melee, then gets the stick. The guy doesn't even get a rocket off. Fantastic opening for Pistola.
What year is it? What year is it? How many times have we seen Pistola stick somebody?
I mean, that is the thing. We're talking about it, right? I was with the entire Triggers Down 2009 roster last night, and everyone hated playing against Pistola so much that they wanted to remove plasma starts from Heretic in Halo 3 because Pistola did not die without getting a stick.
Well, we'll see if this can lead to get the initial points. They are getting the transfer on the side of Blue Bend. Trippy's taking a look across at Ness, get the information. Surprisingly, Ness, no one's actually took it yet. No one's dove in there. It's still completely neutral.
You can kind of tell that both teams really not wanting to make that lunge, not wanting to make that overstep mistake on Ness, as Trippy's going to come under fire here. But EnVy off to a great start. They're outslaying the guys on Reciprocity 10-4 right now.
Red Nest does go in the hands of Wreck. Trippy will get sit down as he does get pincered from both sides. Miquin and Penguin working together. They get one apiece, and now they have the number advantage. They know they can push inwards. Miquin staying alive, will drop down low to get his shields back, and now he's going to look around towards his rockets. 18 seconds. Boo Boo Doo Boo, though. Look at that, that's a cluster look. 2 for 1 down in the kill feed. Snipe down will answer back. Trippy knocks out Snipe down, so that means now he's currently the last man standing. He's Miquin.
And we got rockets in 10 seconds, camo in 10 seconds, overshield in 13 seconds. So this is a chance for Reciprocity to rally back a bit here at the 19-point mark.
We expected this to be a little bit of a slower game, and that's exactly what it's doing. But take a look at these rockets. They have actually been combat evolved away from Reciprocity, so this, in theory, towards the side of blue, should go the way of Team EnVy. Grab those rockets and put them to good use. Sayan and Boobu in the kill feed, 1-2. Easy kill comes through from Mikwin, but they know they're down in numbers. Pistola with the camo, cloak of invisibility on the wizard, looking towards that blue bend. He knows he's getting transferred back, as well as his teammates are actually picking over on Nest.
So that's a great rotation for EnVy and unfortunate for Reciprocity, because Reciprocity was able to grab the first 2 power-ups, but here on the second batch of power-ups, it's actually EnVy who grabs both, and they're going to continue scoring.
Doing some serious damage to that rocket guy. I'm assuming he did have 2 in the chamber. Steps up. Oh, that's a good transfer at least. One does answer back, so they take out the camo guy. Looking back to Boobu Dubil, he'll get the life rifle. You can do some damage cross-map with this. Remember, it's 3 shots to the face for an instant perfect kill. He has his team member with him, so they can push into this bend. He's going to eye up 1, 2, 3. There you go. There's the dink as well. He's gone. So now they know that they have that complete, entire hallway, so to speak, that they can push through. Take a look up at Catwalk, and then they'll also get eyes on Nest as well. So they've just completely opened this map up to themselves.
And what a start here for EnVy. Look at this, a 50-point lead on a trip cap in game number 1. If this isn't the way to kick off a series, Sims, I don't know what is. These two teams going back and forth, 3rd and 4th through the entire Halo World Championship Tour at Orlando and Columbus. It could not be tighter on paper. However, in this game, EnVy looking so strong.
Yeah, if you wreck, you're going to be scared, because you just heard 50 points to victory. They got halfway there, and you didn't have any points on the board whatsoever, but Reciprocity, they have stuck a plaster on it. They can stop the bleeding for now. For how long is a different question altogether. Boobu's dipping down low. Probably will take out Mick when there, gets the call. Spots another one as well. Grenade goes down. That should be a kill. Easy dink there as Mick steps up. There's the double as well, so he's listening to his teammates, cleaning up these single shots. Needs to be aware of his behind. In fact, his teammate actually limited that player over on platform, so they should be able to get Catwalk back.
I do believe rockets are still up. We're also going to have Overshield popping right now, so we'll keep an eye on bottom middle. Camo's up in 8 seconds.
See which way this does go.
I think we already have a Pistola. Yeah, Overshield already going in the hands of Pistola. He didn't even need that escort right there. You see, even though Penguin had the rockets, he was hoping he was going to get there first, but Pistola just swoops in for that Overshield. Camo's still up, by the way.
Picks it up. Will rockets go again? I think they know. They're actually there. We'll see where this camo goes. He's opting to just leave it and run towards the catwalk. Trippy says, oh, there's a free camo here. We'll take that one. Pre-grenade goes down. Looks for the hit markers. Looks for any damage. He gets annihilated. He knew the player was creeping around. Boobu wants to try and take him out. It's going to be Spartan, who did eliminate him. Sees him, beats him down. He's dead. Catwalk now. They'll join Penguin. They'll both jump in. They'll get the transfer here. They are getting the point slowly. They're creeping this one back. But wow, what a huge deficit, Andy, to come back from in game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, they have such a mountain to climb here. Of course, it's possible. Such talent on the side of the Reciprocity stage. We could see something great from them, but so far, we still see the kill leaderboard. EnVy outslaying them 33-24, also doubling their power-up pickups. So really playing this game so strong here. 3 dead for a moment.
We'll be coming off the next wave of respawns. There's Spartan as well. He was the last one standing. You saw his teammate behind him, so he hits the deck. 1-2 kills again, so they're just slaying him, Andy. Wave after wave after wave. It's currently 26 kills for Reciprocity, 38 for EnVy.
One thing I got to point out as well, you saw EnVy so comfortable leaving that camo up for about 25 seconds. That's a very, very late camo at this stage in the game, really at any stage in the game, but EnVy's just going to continue playing comfortable, and it feels like this entire game they've been one step ahead. They've always had a man advantage, and it's really shown on the scoreboard.
What a reset. Bumps off the old camo platform. In we go to catwalk. Pre-grenades will go down if anybody wants to come in through control room. You've just heard in your ears, rockets have popped. We'll see which side that does go down. That's an absolutely belting grenade. Doesn't see it through. 2 down either side, though. Rockets will fall. That looks like it's going to be Sayan to pick them up. He'll be looking towards catwalk and put them to good use, but it's all eyes here on the next OS.
Yeah, I believe Pistola grabs a free overshield with Sayan with the rockets on the escort, right? I mean, how perfect is that? They don't even need to use either of these rockets, and we got to talk about that, because what happened was Pistola grabbed the rockets first, dies, Sayan picks them up, and then Ola off the respawn goes straight to the overshield, right? These guys are tracking these power-ups and power weapons so well.
It's questionable. Like, that's twice now that he's bagged a free OS. He shouldn't be letting him do this. He should be contesting him. He should be going down. He contested on the previous one.
And now look at Pistola again. Let's switch to Pistola right now, because he's got the camo in hand off of that respawn as well. Such great power-up management from the side of EnVy. They're going to close this game out any second.
What a beautiful little wizard. He'll just sit on the side, dinking away. See you later, my friends. You're not grabbing this one. holds his tongue for a second. Manages to delay the transfer there. 100 points to 24. Envious. They take out Rec in game number 1. Incredible. And what a way to kind of turn it round, Andy. Obviously, again, you're joining a main stage team that's coming absolutely fired up and hot off the back of a win. Mikwin, what a difference in statistics from the previous series that we saw. 5 and 12, not great coming out of him. 13 and 10, Penguin still at the top. 15 and 8, 12 and 7, keeping the deaths down low at the top there for Bubu and Pistola. Great work overall, though. Definitely the Slays were in the hands of Envious, and it kind of told the story.
It really did, and like you said, what a way to silence the momentum that Reciprocity had. I think one thing we were absolutely worried about for the EnVy side is just how hot Reciprocity was going to come off of that series. I mean, we saw clip after clip coming out of Mikwin. I mean, there was an entire montage built in that Coliseum game, let alone all of the other games. But EnVy looking so strong. That's a 124 victory for them. Great numbers across the board. Saiyan, 15 and 10. You saw Ola, 12 and 7 as well. But I'm so surprised that we did not see better power-up management from the side of Reciprocity. Granted, when EnVy's outslaying you that hard, it's very hard to get in the right positions. But Pistola grabbed the rockets and the overshield and the camo on that final rotation. One man grabs everything on the map and just in the right place at the right time, and that's what you expect from Pistola.
He's not even necessarily just been able to grab them, Andy. It's the fact that nobody challenged him. And then when we saw the initial OS grab coming out of the side of Reciprocity, he was there to eliminate that threat, took it out, and having that management tool in your head and playing that kind of that mind game, being able to pick up those power-ups, that's why Pistola, he's become known as the Wizard. 1, 2, 3 members, though, of Envious there down. This is nice. Snipe down, sniper rifle in the back pocket. Spartan takes out the last one. They now know where they're going to be spawning. He can get into a good position here, listen to his teammates, sees one on the elbow, misses 2. That's not a problem. They have the position here over on this. Oh, misses 3. Come on, Eric. We know for a fact you can do better than this. Eyes on the prize, straight through the maze, checking down low as well if anyone wants to try and get the flank on him. Meanwhile, all this is good. Did he get stuck? He did. Ooh. Pistola again with the perfect sticky. How does he land these every single time?
Spartan does get away with a sniper rifle, though, so curious if Spartan can turn the tide of this opening here off of the break, because it's now a 2-kill game.
I think that's what he was looking for. You could see him just having a wind around. Now you'll hear it. The bullet comes through. The grenades go down. He knows the player potentially in that cave area. They're just trying to feel it out. Spots one on the elbow side, says I will take this engagement, get my shields back, then take the fight if I need to. They're only down by 2. Still, very, very early days. I like the fact that no one's just going to challenge willy-nilly. No, they're going to call it out and let your teammates come down. Fair enough. Someone does come down finally and actually ends his life.
And we saw Saiyan do some ridiculous things with this sniper rifle yesterday, and you're going to expect those same things to continue today as 3 players are trapped down here on the bottom of the Rocket side, but we do have a listen-in ready on the side of Reciprocity as they're up by 1 in this game number 2 on Coliseum. Let's go into a listen-in with Reciprocity.
They might have gone low red. Blue elbows. Behind us in the cave. Behind us in the cave. Behind mid, 1 shot, Saiyan. 2 shot, red trench. Red trench, 1 shot, Saiyan.
I got him. That was sniper.
Under blue. Yeah, that's it. Under blue, 1 shot.
1 shot under blue. Bomb blue cave.
I got Ola.
Bomb blue cave, one of them. 1 blue elbow. Yep. Another 1 blue cave.
Two dead. Rockets are up. Rockets are up. Blue fountain. Here, rocket fountain, Saiyan. Might be red elbow. Top cat. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm getting on. 2 red BR, guys. 2 red fountain. Red maze, push through. Red maze, he's 82.
Grass weak, Ola.
Grass dead. I got to my red pyramid.
And sniper. Sniper imps 1 shot. Pyramid as well.
Stay alive, guys. Eric has rockets.
I'm gonna die.
I died from red silver shooting you, Eric. And red couch.
Got 1.
Rockets are off. Yeah, rockets are up.
Jumping up, blue sniper.
Jump up. Nice. No one. Red pyramid. I shot. 1 shot red sniper. 2 of them. 2 shot. Cave, absolutely. Got him. Alright, watch grass. Red flag. You guys watch grass. I'm going to red sniper.
Red window. Go flying out. Rocket side.
Really weak. Rockets over. Absolute red bottom mid red.
Blue elbow weak as well. And another one is bottom middle.
Red trench.
I'm 1 shot at red elbow.
Blue window.
They might push you.
The trench, 2 guys coming up.
I hear you.
Blue elbow. 2 and 2. There's
Blue elbow's weak. Blue corner weak.
Red corner flag. Red corner weak. Both weak red elbow.
First one's 1.
1 shot. Red fucking
center. 1 shot. Red elbow. 1 shot. Red elbow. 1 shot.
There's 2 Tyler.
And what do you know, Andy? Look at this. Much more discipline, better communication, even a few laughs and giggles on the side of Reciprocity. But the scoreline, that's exactly why. 22-14. They now have a comfortable lead. And uh-oh. This could be potentially getting even bigger. Unless they manage to take out Mikwin fast. He's going to challenge. Sniper rifle will transfer. However, snipe down, he smells it. Look to see if Rec can get control of that weapon once again.
And you know the EnVy side does not want Miquin to grab that sniper rifle, because even though this is a 7-kill game, we've seen comebacks even bigger than this on a Coliseum Slayer. You can have such big swings with the way that you're able to force the respawns and really dictate the pace of play, especially with weapons like this, the DMR, the sniper rifle in play. You can really rack up back-to-back killing sprees here. 6-kill match between these two squads as Reciprocity looks to answer back in the series.
6 kills, absolutely nothing. That's just, you know, a couple of waves of Slayer. I mean, it's very easy for us to say that, but a couple of waves of Slayers and it's GG. He can bring this one back, no problems whatsoever. Booba Dooba with the sniper. Ola looking over rockets. He's got the carbine, so he can put the defensive shots down. He will go for it. He does bag them again. No one shooting him, so a little bit uncontested there. Yep, I would have thought a few more bullets may have tagged him up at least.
And you got Boo Boo here with a sniper as well. So they're only down by 5. They got both power weapons in hand. All 4 players alive. So it's going to come down to who gets the first 1 or 2 kills here. And it comes from Reciprocity, which is a huge flank right there from Spartan.
That's massive. That's absolutely huge. He's going to come from behind on all of them. On the opposing side, I'm looking. Trippy does take out one at least. 1, 2, 3 members there.
A great push from Reciprocity. And it all started with the Spartan flank on the Rocket side. All of them started to shift their focus from the red Rocket corner over to the red flag. And if you are Boo Boo Doo Boo, you cannot get taken down there. A fantastic play from Spartan to identify that gap, push in. Look how much it opened up the map for them. Now they're up by 10.
I like how they're working in tandem as well. He knows he's got sniped down right in front of him.
My.
Over the shoulder. He saves his teammate's life. And now he's going to rotate back. He's going to move into his other teammates on the opposing side of the map to see if he can get them spawning on the elbow side. Tanks him up, gets a hit, will connect with 2. I'm looking for the assists. Unfortunately, they're not coming through when he needs to. But still, he's forcing them back. He's forcing them hand. Looks towards the cave. Now he's going to get chased out. He's only got 1 bullet!
Oh my gosh!
That's all he needs! Fadeaway shot to the dome. See you later. Take a walk. Incredible stuff from Spartan to stay alive for so long.
And I absolutely love how he teed that up. Such confidence. He doubles down to grass. He knows the player's going to challenge from maze. Last shot in the sniper rifle. Doubles back for the snapshot killing spree. Great confidence out of Spartan.
11-kill lead here for Reciprocity. They have a very nice buffer. They can keep it calm if they want to, but honestly, just keep applying the pressure. Miquin decides to challenge on no shields and still kills him. What? How? He just didn't expect it.
Reciprocity is in great form in this game number 2, and one thing you might have heard in that listening is they're pretty busy in their communication, right? It can be pretty chaotic throughout the game, and that's kind of the way that they fuel off of. If they're playing quick, if they're constantly in communication with one another, really fast commentary, you're going to see them really excel, and they're all going to be on the same page, and it's got them a great lead here in this game.
Trippy's going to hold the angle. He'll go back just to make sure no one's flanking round. He knows exactly where rockets are. Someone does come around the corner. He goes for the no-scope, opts to jump off, get rid of the power weapon. Fair play. Further afield, we'll see what else we're doing. 45 to 31. Rec is sitting comfortably in this one. What a tournament event. It's good to see as well because that speaks about the mindset, Andy. They're not down. They're not out yet. They're going to continue to play. They're going to continue to keep going. And that's what we want to see because we know you look at Snipe Down. You look at Spartan, for instance. These are players that play off of that momentum and play off of that hyperactive kind of mentality.
Yeah, and Spartan right now, the guy on your screen, he's leading the game. It's no surprise anymore at this point in the tournament. Leading the game in kills with 13 and also the least deaths at 7. Only 2 more kills to go for them.
That's a double kill in the feed from Snipe Down with the sniper rifle. Miquin's got rockets as well. Snipe Down's got a sniper. They've got everything. They only need 2 more. Spins around, doesn't get it. 1 more kill, Andy. That's all they need. Perfect kill comes out from Boo Boo Doo Boo. He gets a double. His teammate also grabs one. But honestly, this is just push, push, push. Collapse on one, take them out, delete them from the server, get this game out of the way, and we can move on to game number 3. They're taking the time at least. They're backing off. Snipe Down's caught in cave. We've seen comes back. We have seen a comeback like this before, but not today. Reciprocity, they put one on the board, and they tie this series up 1 apiece.
That's right. If you're just joining us here, this single match on the main stage is for $100,000 difference in prize money. So 100 grand just on this best of 7. We've got the debatable 3rd and 4th place teams on the stage here. Lots of debate about which one is on top. This match is going to settle that, and now the 2 teams are tied at 1 apiece.
Back in 2016, Andy, you said to me, I've never seen a Penguin do stuff like that before. And honestly, he's just done the same again. 16 and 11.
Yeah.
What a stat line to put up in Team Slayer, especially when you're coming off the back of a very, very big loss, because EnVy, that was a huge defeat to Rec in the first game, and that's going to be bad for your mentality, but they've pushed through that. We're now tied up in the series, one apiece, and honestly, we wouldn't expect anything less. This series could go all the way down to the wire, down to game number 7.
Yeah.
Oh man, we haven't seen one of those all weekend.
No, we haven't. Yeah, this could be fantastic. You guys are in for a real treat, both everyone here in the room and joining us across all the channels that this broadcast is going on. Thanks so much for tuning into the Halo World Championship Finals live from Seattle. EnVy and Reciprocity tied one apiece in the series. Let's take a look at the series layout here. CTF Truth is going to be coming up next, then Strongholds Plaza. Slayer Regret will be after that. But here, CTF Truth game number 3, 12 minutes on the clock and 3 captures to win.
This is the home of Halo, and honestly, we've seen this map in so many iterations. Midship, Heretic, and now we've got Truth. Andy, just give me a quick walkthrough where you want to see teams locked down and what you expect to see going throughout this map.
Sure, I mean, these are two both very aggressive, very confident teams, and when you have that kind of play style, what you want to see from both sides is the ability to really lock down top, middle, and then, of course, this camo as well, but really lock down top, middle, get those quick flag runs going on Truth and Halo 5 in general. You really can't depend on perfect slaying, 4 dead and then running the flag. You need to be ready to run the flag while you're getting those kills.
We'll at least get the transfer here, so the return will come through. Penguin's not on his own, though. They're still smashing him around here inside their own base. This is kind of Splice mentality. Just keep dogpiling in over and over again. That's what they're doing. They're battering them. 8-4 right now. This is a quick one. They're going to get into the pull again. Spartan may fall. The pressure.
Yep, and look
they're
what
not moving out.
Look what Snipedown does, right? Instead of going ahead and pushing to the flag, he instead pushes front base to stay alive and continue racking up the kills. Ooh. If he stayed alive there, that would have been huge, but that's what you're going to expect from both sides. It's not necessarily just objective focused at any moment. They're going to look to continue controlling the enemy's base in its entirety.
This is nuts. I don't think EnVy have actually made it out of the base yet. They're just getting slayed over and over again. I'm looking at the kill feed. Bodies are hitting the floor. They've got one sneaky player running the flag on the opposing side. He'll be taking it up through bubble more than likely. Midwin does just kind of spot the peak of it there with the skull at the top.
Yeah, you called it perfectly, Sims. Trippy did bring that flag bubble, and now he's all the way past car 3 on the other side. They don't know yet. Take a look at this. They're nading the car. Look at this. Oh my gosh, because Trippy got all the way across, he really caught their opponents off guard. They thought the flag was still in bubble. It's a great run from Trippy to force the flag standoff.
It's going to be a stalemate. Who's going to be the one to choke first? Snipedown does get eyes on the prize. Tanks him up 3 times. Goes to support the single kill, but unfortunately misses it. He dies as well. One-on-one engagement. Look at that. Double kill with a flag now. That speaks so highly about this communication between the teams and helping each other out, assists. Just because you've got a flag doesn't mean you can't help the rest of your team by shooting. He'll drop this and say, okay, you pick it up on the next wave. Same goes again. Bodyguard inside the window. More than likely to be Trippy with the flag looking straight across.
He wants a camo here. Camo's going to be up any second. That's why Penguin dropped top mid to bottom pink. You're not going to see that really any other time in the game unless that camo power-up is coming up.
Straight down the barrel. Eyes on the prize. Penguin makes his move. And of course, oh, okay. Camo's gone. Camo's one of those items on this map. So you've had this game type where you can literally sneak into a base and just win the game for your team, really. Just be that sneaky guy. It's a dark map. It's very hard to see, especially when you've got the camo on. You creep through, but he's dead. He's gone. Both of these guys at the moment, they're just standing strong with the flag. Who's going to be the first one to break? Grenade goes down. Here's the push. Look at the opposing side, Andy, inside the bubble. They've got 2. This could be the pincer.
This could absolutely be the pinch here. It looks like Reciprocity falling 1 by 1. 3 dead for Reciprocity. Midwin is the only player alive here.
Double kill comes in. The return might be it. Envious, but he sees Spartan just chilling there inside the bubble. Brilliant play from Pistola. Don't give up a death.
That's right.
Back off.
Oh, somehow he forces Spartan towards the return. I don't know why Spartan didn't wait for teammates. Tries to get the return. Pistola trying to keep his team alive, and he does.
He does indeed. He sits on it.
I misspoke. We're going to see EnVy cap here. They do get the respawn. Spartan is able to force that, and my gosh, absolute chaos. We thought that we were going to see a return there, but my heavens. Spartan goes for that, and it really costs him as EnVy is the first to cap.
Credit where credit's due, okay? Pistola, he steps back. He lets Spartan bait it. He knows they have to go for it. He has to stay alive. Talk about hitting the perfect 5 when it mattered most. Drills him, nails him. His teammate comes across from the opposing side of the map, which will have been P side.
Look at that, back-to-back cap. back-to-back rally caps, folks. The reason that was able to happen was because you saw Reciprocity. They dove on the return. Anytime your flag is away from your base, you can jump on it to bring it back to the base. But if you force that, just like we saw Reciprocity do, and you get too desperate, you're actually going to end up getting all 4 of your teammates 3 or 4 down at the wrong time, and the other team's going to have an opportunity to cap a second flag. And of course, the guys on EnVy were ready for that. They take advantage. Now, just like that, they're up 2-0.
Penguin once again goes straight for the camo, but he gets absolutely melted. Small statistic for you, 35 in the hands of EnVyUs when it comes to kills, 32 for Rec. So it was Rec who was well and truly in the driving seat at the start of this game, but EnVyUs, they flipped that on its head. Double kill comes through from Penguin. He clears out the base, looking for the triple. Just misses a couple of shots at the end. That player does stay there up inside the attic. Down he goes from a grenade. Looks towards P2. I'm looking at Saiyam's kills where he's taking out one over on the other side.
Killing spree for Penguin. You just saw him rack up 5 kills there like it was nothing.
Easy work. This is okay. So let's talk about how Reg kind of get back into this, Andy, because at the moment I wouldn't necessarily getting outslayed. They're down by 2 in the overall kind of picture. But why don't we see that replicated in the flag captures?
Honestly, I think it's simply when you saw Spartan trying to get that return right and trying to force that return, it led to a double cap. So there's times where you need to cut your losses. Spartan does get the double melee there, though, but there's times where you need to cut your losses. Like you said, they're even in terms of slays right now, 42 kills apiece. However, that back-to-back cap really cost them, and that's what a game like Capture the Flag does. You can be neck and neck with your opponents, but if you make a blunder at any point, just at the right time or the wrong time, right, you could see that really lead to flags on the board.
Scylla gets the call for the easy kill. Cleans it up downstairs. He knows someone's inside attic. Beat down. Oh, gets the kill at least. Beat down, and bullet comes through, and the third and potential final flag is running. Pistolla's inside the base. He's actually going to
toss it up.
They're going to toss it up. I think Trippy's there.
Yep.
Yet he is. Call, collect, GG, signed, sealed, and delivered. 3-0. EnVyUs take map number 3.
Really showing their dominance there on CTF Truth. When you can go neck and neck with a team in terms of slays, right, in the end they outslay their opponents 48-44, but when you can go neck and neck in the slaying department but outscore your teammates 3-0, it shows that you are a clear step above them in terms of objective play, and that's really what we saw for the entire game.
Penguin once again stepping up to the plate, 10.0 KDA, only 10 deaths to his 17. Pistola on the opposing side, 16 and 11 doing well. Let's take a look at the damage done, Harry, on the desk. We'll see how much damage is across the board and see if we're all even Stevens. Potentially going to bring that up. If not, it's fine. But yeah, not massively outslayed, as we said. 44-48. That's only a 4-kill difference. Yeah. That's pretty wild in a 3-0 scenario. Maybe you kind of usually expect that if it was maybe 3-2, 3-1 at least.
Yeah, what's really impressive too, I think, is that Reciprocity managed to get 44 kills on the board, because watching that game, it did not seem like they were staying neck and neck with Reciprocity. And that tells you that Reciprocity, that they were staying neck and neck with EnVyUs, because that tells you that EnVyUs was in the right places, right? They're on a CTF match, you can get outslayed by a significant margin and still win the game if you're picking up the right kills in the right places at the right time. What we saw from Reciprocity is they were really playing great defense. They were answering back. They were pushing out of their base at times. However, EnVy simply stringing together the right kills to get them a 3-0 victory, which you now see on your board. Strongholds Plaza now loading.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Seattle, how y'all feeling down there? You having some fun? Tell you what, we certainly are. Hope you guys are at home as well. It could potentially go all the way. Both these teams very evenly matched. If you are just joining us, welcome along. This is the Halo World Championship 2018. Team EnVyUs, they're up 2-1 in this best of 7 series. Winner guarantees $100,000 and top 3 here.
Spartan, by the way, just grabbed that camo. He was able to pick up that power-up at 44, and he's going to move over here to bottom mid, as they already got yards, so now they're going to look to get bottom middle as well. Reciprocity with a pretty darn good start off the break.
We'll get a Team EnVy listening, teed up in the back there, because we can see, well, I'm about to say sometimes this game can slow down, but triple cap off just like that.
And they might even keep pressuring Yard if they can get the top yellow. No, they're going to lose top yellow. Yard. Oh, Spartan knows. Oh, he gets eagle-eyed. He needs to get out of here. He needs to stay alive with that camo.
No one knows exactly where he's gone. He turns and says, okay, we'll finish off this one. New combo comes through, but doesn't find his target whatsoever. He sees his teammate fall. They Sequence on the rotation as well. He's going to bank behind them. Easy kill again. The time's just ticking along, Andy. Is he even tied yet?
Let's take a look at his stats. He's not tied yet. He's 4-0 right now since.
Slayers keep coming, and the pressure keeps pushing. 2 players in nest. There's one, will Penguin get the other? Oh, he just backs him off, but there is a player still in there. They don't manage to take nest out. We are hopping on board with EnVy. Let's dive on into their headphones and listen to how the communication is all going down.
Watch that dip. Stay alive. We have 3. We don't need a kill.
Watch out, dip.
Watch out, dip. 2 there. They're capping bottom.
Bottom, Penguin.
2 bottom. Dip, so
Ramp, Jesse.
3 bottom mid. 3.
All
All right, stay alive.
We're up to nest ramp.
One's going up.
Nest ramp.
Soda, 2 soda.
One's top nest. One is top nest.
Soda has 3 shots.
One's blue ramp. One is blue ramp. One is blue ramp.
Double. That's 2 dead. I'm in bottom then.
Go bottom.
One's blue ramp.
Camo 42.
Last guy glass.
Camo 42,
Walking blue, guys. They're going to spawn there.
LR tunnel weak.
Camo 42. 42.
LR tunnel still if we get in. Need that.
YRBR pushing.
Listen up. 42
Push over
KFC.
here now. You
Take
can.
YRBR.
Watch out, you guys.
42 camo.
3 in yard. 3 in yard. Stay alive.
LR.
We got 1 yard.
Live Justin.
Camo
Camo
42.
LR weak.
I'm going for
I'm
camo.
looking LR.
Go for it, Tom. Jesse.
I'm watching glass. Watching their push.
Actually, we got it.
Glass and light ult. 2 glass light ult.
I got one. Melting me, dude. Oh my god.
Did you burn it?
Camo?
Yeah, I burned it.
LR, dropping.
Pushing. Yep.
Half shields, half shields.
Loop in LR.
He's on pillar, bottom middle.
Go soda stairs, pushing benches.
Yep, benches right now, and bottom middle, camping it.
Driveway.
Driveway, and
Go
bottom
to
middle,
yard.
towards stip side.
Watch out, benches.
We're getting yard.
I know. I'm not pushing out that way, I'm pushing with.
Alright, they still haven't got nest yet, guys.
S4.
Top nest, S4 right now.
They're not even close.
Watch out, and then top
2
middle.
nest, 2
Benches,
nest on me.
soda,
What do you
soda.
mean? Driveway, guys. Driveway.
Watch out, soda right now.
Driveway.
Soda stairs, 1 shot.
Push it top middle.
Driveway went in front of LR.
Yep.
Do it light, guys. Do it light. One on the, watch out, light. I got
Do
another
that,
one.
do that.
I'm in bottom. I'm in bottom.
We're not going to be able to get it.
Posters.
Pushing you guys.
Pushing soda.
Push nest, guys.
Well, we went into the listening, and EnVy they were struggling, but I tell you what a turn of events. They've turned this game on its head, Andy. Still a very close one, but still to go on a decent run like that and really bring it back, that's good for them.
Yeah, when we started that listening, if you remember, EnVy was down 20-8. Now they're up 36-29. So a 37-point run there, now a 38-point run as they're continuing to score here. Fantastic numbers from them. We're going to see the next camo up in 1 minute, but taking a look at the kills category, once again, these 2 teams neck and neck. EnVy with 22 kills, and on the other side, Reciprocity with 20. So still anyone's game at this point. However, EnVy really exerting their objective dominance at this point as well.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Boo-Boo's rotation here, going all the way from yard, flushing through cafe, taking some people out along the way to defend basement, and now he picks up the nest as well. And now look at him, he's going to do the exact reverse. He's going to go down through hotel, eyes on the prize, up towards the hotel, tanks up that player, potentially tripping, might be able to get the kill on it. But he's just been a nuisance, is the best way to kind of describe it.
Remember game 1? Boo-Boo with that light rifle just hitting shots from Blue Bend to Catwalk? He's doing so well with this weapon. Look, he's still going to probably pick up this kill with the Plaza. Oh, man. If he turned 2 with the Plaza pistol there, that would have been something special. But Boo-Boo really taking advantage of that light rifle. Keep in mind, that light rifle, only 3 shots to kill when zoomed in. So Boo-Boo's making sure he's on the right sidelines, the right angles to really take advantage of that weapon. You're going to see a camo burn, by the way, right there from Penguin.
Rec struggling to put something together. They just seem to be getting peeled off one by one. How many players is that down? 2, 3 at the moment? Straight off the respawn. Penguin's going to take an engagement over towards yard, so they will at least keep it, but you need to remember to start ticking away points. The defense comes through. Straight down towards hotel as well, so the pre-grenades will be there. I'm looking for the hit markers, see if we see any drop. Just laying down those nades, making sure no one can approach him. And again, if you do, at least have the information of where they are. Doesn't quite get around the corner of glass.
Man, and it's so hard. You have Pistola there. It's so hard, right, for Reciprocity to push out of LR when you have a player that's constantly pressuring, just like this, right? Trippy is going to come in there eventually from loop into yard, and when you have players that are just keeping you weak in loop, it's so hard to push them, getting shot from so many angles, and Sims, you called it perfectly. EnVy's rotations are too strong for Reciprocity right now.
Yeah, they can't handle it. You know, this is just, it's too much. Every time they try and take one back, they're either on, you've got what, it's quite weird because usually you see a lot of people just flooding.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Oh boy.
Oh, missed that one, but got to get it out there.
Yep,
You go, son. Easy job. They're going to keep ticking this one along. They only need 5 more points and EnVy will take game number 4. Catches one player over at posters. Unless they can make something happen.
Wow, great job from Trippy to really trust Pistola there. Uses the Clamor Ledge to stay out of it. 99 points on the board. Only 1 more to go. They're going to get that defense. Yes, indeed. Team EnVy wins game number 4 here, and they'll go up 3-1 in the series.
This is scary. This is really, really scary. When we actually watched the previous match of how on fire Reciprocity looked, it kind of feels like a different team.
It does.
Like, looking at the Slayers here, 41 to 29, that's quite a large gap.
It is, and it was really all about the late game. As we said after the listen-in, these guys were about tied, 22 kills apiece, right around there. But in the end, for EnVy to end with 41 kills to their 29 really shows you how strong they were in their late game. Big performances from everyone on the squad. One thing we got to talk about here, Sims, objective games so far, they've all gone to EnVy. Reciprocity has only won a Team Slayer. And if you look at a best of 7, the majority of the game types are objective, so things are looking pretty good for EnVy.
I mean, we look towards the Truth CTF game. There were signs of greatness, especially at the start when they constantly was just flooding the living hell out of EnVy. Time and time again, it was just dogpiled into the base. They had the numbers advantage. They had the Slayers in their hands. Not a single pull came out of it, though. That was the worrying thing. They kept going in over and over again, wave after wave. But it's not about the Slayers. It's about the objective. EnVy said, all right, then, not a problem. We'll flip this one around. We'll bring it back. And now we're at this situation where they are now only one more game away from $100,000 guaranteed. Slayer on regret. Could this be the nail in the coffin for Reciprocity? Andy, we're about to find out.
Here we go, another Slayer game type. So based off of game 2, this really could be an opportunity for Reciprocity to stay alive here. It looks like that first overshield is going to be a clean grab there for Insane, though, on the EnVy's side, as he's going to pick up that kill on Penguin, and they're going to now try to get the top mid with a little bit of overshield left.
So I'm being told there are a lot of new people joining us in the Twitch chat. Thank you very much to Ninja for the host. For all you guys out there,
can we give a round of applause?
Yeah, let's get a big round of applause for Ninja.
This guy is killing it. Long-time Halo pro. Give it up for this guy. Thank you, Ninja, and your entire community here for joining us at the Halo World Championship Finals.
There is $1 million on the line this weekend. Everything to play for. This is the biggest stage for Halo esports, and this game alone, it will cement 100 grand in the pocket for one of these two teams. Spartan with the perfect kill, hits 5 to the face. Looking across at Snipedown, he's on the rampart. 2-kill lead here. They're going to keep up the pressure. He will dip down low, get his shield back. He is sprinting, and while you're sprinting, that shield, it doesn't regen. That is the trade-off for it. Noob combo comes through. He gets sat down. 2 players onto him. Easy pickings there. Again, working tandem, side by side. Pistola, he does have some help. Looking further afield, where are all these players? They're going to be back on the spawn. 1-kill game, though. This is, I know it's only the start of it, Andy. 9-9, but this is looking good.
And EnVy has top control, and they pick up the first kill. They pick up the second kill. They've got 2 dead right there. So if they can continue just holding down the map and making sure that they get the first picks when they have top control, they're going to be sitting pretty here. But we're all tied up 10 to 10.
Goes for the stick, and that's what he's known for. Though Young Wizard himself doesn't land it this time, but he's had some good ones so far, so I wouldn't be too disappointed. Boo Boo with the noob combo. Hunting for a player. Trippy gets shot in the back. That call out should come through. Boo Boo will answer the call. It's a little bit too late, but Snipedown, he's banking off. He can help him out and at least eliminate so they get one back. Caster's going to be dropping any second. Kill comes through as well, so they at least stop him getting his hands on that one because it is a power weapon on this map, and it does do some damage. Pistola with a stick in the kill feed. Answers one back.
I think Boo Boo was there early on the overshield. Maybe a bad time on it, as Ola, I think, is going to get... Does he get the full? He does. He gets the full overshield with the 360 to stay away, making sure he's shielding his head from those shots. That's a huge grab from Pistola at a point like this in the game where we're all tied up here. And for a second, I thought we were going to see Reciprocity go on a spree there, but Pistola, he's the power-up king. You remember what he was doing on Eden. He can grab anything and everything from any position on the map, and he gets that overshield against 3 players bottom mid.
The more worrying thing is he had no shield when he did it. He just jumped up, did a 360 spin, said thank you very much, I'll take this one and now I'll kill you. He does go down. Not a great deal of work off of the OS, but nevertheless.
I mean, the fact that we're tied here, that's huge defense from Reciprocity, because Ola able to get that overshield and stay alive. Really should have given EnVy an opportunity to play off of that overshield. Make some moves, take the time, let the overshield player really be the first to start an engagement and then clean up the kills. But instead, it's Reciprocity showing their resilience and their Team Slayer skill as they go up 22 to 20.
Here comes the collapse. 2 players push in. Trippy, he's weak. Caster's coming through to try and block anyone coming up the left side. So they at least have that power weapon in the back pocket. They can do some damage. You can hear it tuning up. Remember, if you hold that weapon down, it will fire a cluster bomb that opens up and can do so much damage. Boo Boo's picking up a double. He's got different ideas. They take him down from the other side of the rampart, so they open up that gap. They can get out of the spawn if they need to, but they have to get past this man. He's covering the caster side, and another caster is going to be dropping in 25 seconds, so they have to be ready for that one.
Yes, indeed. 24 to 24, now 25. These two teams so close in the Slayer matchup. Sims' next overshield is in about 25 seconds. Next plasma caster in 15.
It's going to be so important and so crucial. Reciprocity, they do have a 2-kill lead now. 8 minutes on the clock, 3 seconds to the caster. Snipe Down's answering some calls. They're all rotating together at least.
Big timing on those kills because they just got 3 dead here with the overshield coming up in 7 seconds. That's another big kill because now it's going to be a 4v3, now a 4v2 for the overshield battle. They should get this one.
And he does, of course, have that caster, so if they get if somehow manage to get the OS, he can burn it out.
It's going to be Mikwin in the full grab. Mikwin does get the full grab here at the 740 mark. It's a very big overshield for Reciprocity as they gain a 33 to 25 lead as well.
And look at that, he just calls for some help. He says, okay, I've casted one guy below, it's time for you to push him. Penguin drops down, he takes him out. Now it's with Mikwin. Checking the side angles, he sees 2 X's on his screen. That means 2 of his players have died right in front of him. Looks straight across the rampart, tags up one, Snipe Down again with that caster. Tries to blow up the barrel. Can he pick off one? Yes, he does. Amazing kill. Grenade goes down. He's looking for that second player. He's dropped down bottom mid. He's gone down. Penguin's there to at least clean him up. He gets a tag as well. Wingman comes through. He's not getting the kills, Andy, but he's doing the work to help his team out.
Man, Mikwin looks so strong here.
Fix
Gets that stick as well on the reversal. Now up by 10 kills. This is the Mikwin that we saw on the last series on the main stage. Reciprocity looking to send this series the distance.
Tournament life on the line here. And he's playing like he means it. Sees a second one. That's Ola over by the barrel. He tags the barrel. He may have done some damage to him. He's running away with his life. Snipe Down's there. Will it convert in the kill feed? Yes, it does. 2 of them collapse. There's 1 player bottom mid. Penguin's there to answer as well. The teamwork, the communication, the team shot. Everything's on point now, Andy. Everyone's responding to these call-outs, and all the single shots, they're getting cleaned up.
Look at this. Mikwin has been behind his opponents or winning 1v1 battles on the car for the past 2 minutes. With every kill he gets, I can hear this crowd go nuts. Only 3 more kills to go for Reciprocity.
47 to 34. EnVy are in trouble. We've seen comes back like this before, but honestly, I don't think it'll be this time around. Spartan spots 1. Easy kill from him, and now they're just going to count it down. Looking for the second. There's Pistola! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a perfect. That's a double. That's the game.
Spartan's so confident, and for good reason. He leads the game in kills once again. 14, 11, and 11 from him. This has been the best tournament I have ever seen from Spartan the Dog.
Incredible. What a series we have on our hands. Seattle, there's over 100,000 watching at home. Make some noise for them! What a series we've got, Andy. What an absolute blinder of a series. The big question is, though, can Reciprocity continue the run?
Yeah.
Again, with every single step they take, they're pretty much one more map away from being eliminated. This is now going into game number 6. The pressure is on, but Reciprocity, they're stepping up. They're answering it. They're not letting it get to them. They're keeping their heads high. They're getting the slays. Things are looking good. And, you know, when you look at that, 50 to 35, that's quite a big gap.
It is quite a big gap indeed, and we're going to go ahead and pull the series layout up in just a second to see exactly what these last few game types are for the series. Show the folks in here and at home what we're looking at for these next few. Look at this. CTF Coliseum will be our game number 6. Do or die for Reciprocity if they want to send us to a game 7 Slayer on the rig. And with a game 7 Slayer, of course, anything can happen here, but you know EnVy wants to end Reciprocity right here. Winner takes 100K from this series. Loser goes home. Platinum Rec Pack there, host with the most. Once again, big shout out to Ninja. Thanks so much for the host. Loved what you're doing. And thanks, of course, for the support. Make sure you enter that Platinum Rec Pack on halo.gg.
Okay, so positives looking from both sides. When we look towards EnVy, the last time we played a CTF in this series, they 3-0'd it. They pretty much, they give Rec a beating. But this is Coliseum. There's a sniper rifle on the map. And Hitch to Mikwin, he's back. And he's back with a vengeance. I think we should kick it off with his POV. Let's turn this one up. This is do or die for Rec. Come on, Seattle, get behind your teams. They want to hear you. We want to hear you. The chat wants to hear you. Who are you supporting? You guys at home, make sure you tweet the stream. Use the hashtag HaloWC. $100,000 game. And more importantly, it's a battle for survival.
And what we need to see here, Sims, is a different objective game for Reciprocity. They've lost every single objective game in the series so far, squeaking by on Slayers. They need to make this their first objective win in order to force a Game 7.
Beautiful little... Oh, no. There's a second player there hiding on Silver. Tommy, Sayen comes through with a double. They have the rockets, they have the early pull. He knows this player's banking around him over there, just on the side of the fountain.
Oh no.
Ground pound onto Penguin, will he get it? He just thrusts back for a second. There's two players there, they get the return.
And Penguin's able to get another kill after that with some help, so a very big dive in from him. And finally, we get to see Mikwin with the sniper rifle. I know folks in the room are excited to see what he could do with this weapon because he has been putting on a show this weekend.
Come on, Austin. Show us what you got. We've seen it before, we want to see it again. If you want to stay in this, you need to land them. Looks for the second, doesn't turn.
Oh, Boo is so afraid of Mikwin sniping, he thrusts straight off the map and straight down into the ground. Mikwin's mere presence forcing some kills there.
I mean, honestly, I don't blame him. I'd be pooping it as well if I just saw him looking down the barrel of the gun. His teammate's getting tanked up, so he will opt for the Magnum. He'll help these guys out. Two of them do collapse onto Fountain. They take out two players coming off the respawn. Hard scopes in.
He's going to go for the pull here. Look at that.
This is the pressure. He knows that his teammates are around him and they can play off this one.
Yep, and they get one down here, so 3v3 on this flag run as they come back home, Sims.
Will they know where he is? Drops the flag. Now they do. His teammate's there to pick it up, though, at least. He's going to bank off this maze. This will be a massive kill if he lands it. Get your pistol out. Go for the kill, which he does.
Big help from Boo. Doesn't matter. Look at that. Reciprocity's able to bring that cap in. They score first. They're only 2 caps away from forcing a game number 7 Slayer on the rig.
Thankfully, Boo is taken out because he was causing problems. He had the carbine. He was on the rocket side. He was picking off Reciprocity members and being a complete nuisance. The pyramid gets called out. He tanks him up. He's got one player bumping around him on Silver. Rather than just wait, he's going to go for the kill. I think that was the rocket dude. Yes, it was. 2 rockets. He'll get the pull. He'll get the move. No one there to challenge whatsoever, which is scary, to be honest, Andy.
Yeah, they got some big kills there. Pistola was sniping on their flag, but they take him down. So Snipedown's just going to try to stay alive here as they're going to continue running this flag. Penguin's already on the fountain.
This is it. They can run it in, and this should be 2-0, provided no mistakes actually happen.
Oh, Mikwin needs to get this kill. Mikwin and Snipedown need to work together to get these kills here. They haven't capped it just yet. Oh my gosh!
Rona!
He needs to get this kill as well.
Overkill! What a time to do it! He steps up, hits the perfect, 4 dead, second flag. Oh my God!
Amazing stuff from Snipedown. That play was so huge because it was a 1-on-4. Mikwin died on the flag, and Snipedown takes down all 4 players of Team EnVyUs and then caps the flag. This guy taking on the entire team.
Wow. They got to be careful, though, coming off the respawn because Boo. He has a sniper, he picks up 2. Double kill from him, keeping them back. He's answered, he does go down, but once again, Rec, they're all over this one. Dive on into the maze, they should get the easy return there. There it is. Mikwin spots 1, that should be an easy kill. Finish him off, bullet to the back of the brain. See you later, my friend. Asit's also coming in. Look at where Snipedown is. They also have sniper rifle control. That's 1, that's 2, make that 3. And once again, they potentially could all be dead. That's 4 down.
4 dead. Spartan doing what he needs to get that flagpole, and looks like just staying alive. I don't think anyone is running that just yet because all of his teammates, you hear that return coming in, all of his teammates did die. Spartan only 1 bullet left in the sniper, so they're going to need to slay their opponents, of course, 1 more time before a pull. But folks, is this a different objective team from Reciprocity or what?
Different team altogether. This is what we wanted to see. Rona steps up with an over as well, just for style points. 1 player back at the base. How many's down now? I think that's a minimum of 2. And they're getting the flag once again. That's going to be walking away. Whereabouts is it on the map? Let's take a look. It's actually still inside the base, but they do have it covered. Meanwhile, Snipedown, he's holding them back on the opposing side. Andy, this could be another cap if they're not careful, though. They've got 2 together.
Spartan can go right now. He's going to fly over. No, he dies. A huge kill from Trippy to slow down the cap for just a second.
Doesn't realize actually behind him, but the team shot is real from straight across the map.
That's a big, big play from Trippy. They're going to dive on the return. They're going to get this back. This game will continue. EnVy will stay alive in this game now, even though Reciprocity has a 2-0 lead here. Very comfortable. EnVy, a team that with 7 minutes left on the clock could absolutely crush the dreams of Reciprocity by winning this game still.
To put you guys in the picture how this one stands, this is the best of 7 series. One team needs to get 4 maps to win. They're now down a Team EnVy in this capture the flag by 2 flags. They literally need to play perfect Halo. Back to back to back flag captures. If Reciprocity gets another one, we're going to game 7, baby.
All right, Snipedown leading this game, by the way, after that overkill with 16 kills. The next closest is 11. He's 16-9 right now. Such great play from Snipedown. EnVy trying to make something happen, but here's Snipedown pushing in the cave, trying to get a flank going.
Staying with a double in the kill feed as well. Snipedown's forced back, and fair play to them. Over on the fountain, they will take a position on DMR. The grenades will go down, try and get the information, try and get some kind of info. There you go, the hit markers come through. He realizes where this one player is. Ground pound just doesn't quite hit the DMR. He will fall, however. Trippy with a double in the kill feed. He's taken back. Eric goes for the triple, doesn't land it.
They should pick up that kill, though, in the cave. I believe they get the first one, but still pressure. No, excuse me, they don't. So still pressure coming in from EnVy. So Reciprocity needs to be careful. Let's go over the Reciprocity side of the stage, though. They're up 2-0 here. Only one more cap to go. Listen in to see if they can close the game out here.
This guy, they're gonna have rocket spot in the middle.
Pyramid, one shot.
From RBR, go for pull.
Going bottom, middle.
I found a flag.
Grass,
One top pyramid. I'm gonna top it.
2 bottom middle.
Yep, Armaze with rockets. I think he has 1 left.
He does, he has 1.
Nade our sniper.
Our top cat also.
RBR weak, I hit him with a nade.
Yeah.
Our silver.
I'm at flute.
I killed rockets.
Top cat somewhere. Top cat.
Under their base.
Our maze.
Our maze now 2 shot.
Weak our maze. Rocks were down our base. Rocks were down our base.
He's our couch on Eric. Our couch with a sniper. Top cat.
I'm here, Eric.
Ran the VR. I killed Snipe. I Pick killed up Snipe. elbow. One top rocket Zane. He was. I can pick up elbow. Zane's got it.
Weak the rockets.
Yeah.
I hear you. I have one rocket.
At their window from corner. And Sniper was down their BR.
I have it actually.
I'm at their elbow.
Push their window, dude. Take our time here. They're turtled.
I'm at their elbow.
Back flag.
I hear you.
Back flag.
Their sniper dead.
Window on me. One shot window. Absolute on flag.
He's top sniper.
One shot their flag still. One shot.
Was that sniper?
That was 3. They're gonna have a sniper.
He's Armaze. He's RBR.
He's our silver.
Shut up on a minute. Stay alive. Get killed.
RBR sniping.
Look at how many players just drop onto that flag. Oh, bullet finds its mark, though, on the opposing side. That's a big double from Sayan. He can get the pull here. He needs to be aware of the spawners, either in the cave or over on the side of the elbow. Killing spree comes through, and now he can get this on the move. He has the support from the backhander. If he can get it past the maze, that's massive.
Oh, that's massive. He's going to wait for these grenades, then he's going to go. This very well could be an EnVy cap here, as there's not too many players in position. 2 players pushing fountain, though, from Reciprocity right now.
Look at this from the flood. They're all just going to jump on it. They get the return!
Oh, that's an
Sneaky!
amazing return there from Reciprocity. What a different team this is in this objective game type. We saw them get slaughtered on every objective game type in this series until now. They only had 2 players who were pushing in fountain from the snipe bottom middle area, and they're able to get that sneaky return. Sayan thought he was safe on DMR with that run, but guess what? We stayed 2-0 here in favor of Reciprocity.
Whatever observer manages to go onto the observer POV and catch that, GG. Just seeing that flank from Silver to be able to come round, dive on it. One player just sat kind of beneath the basement area, put some shots in. He was more the target, so to speak. Look at me, boys. This is where I am. While the other player just decided, okay, well, I'm going to go sit on the flag here. You be the bait. I'll be the dummy. We'll get the return, and here we are.
Look at Snipedown. He's 23-16 in this game, leading the game still by a huge margin in terms of kills. Rockets, great job by the observers to show us the Rockets are still on that outside ledge towards the blue side of the map.
Another potential push here coming from Rec. They're all going to dive in. Flag carrier has no shields whatsoever. They actually got the kill. There's another one, but look, there's players there to really do so much damage. That'd have been absolutely massive.
But I like the aggression, right? Reciprocity is not slowing down. They're not simply playing for control. They're not trying to get the perfect flag run. Yes, they need to be very careful on the overextends. However, they should keep this pressure up. They're playing so well with such great aggression that they should apply this pressure and try to win this game. There's 3 minutes left on the clock. Don't even let EnVy try to rally back.
Well, that's the thing, because not only is Reciprocity your enemy, but time's your enemy now as well, Andy.
Yes, that's right. Indeed, EnVy needs to act quick, but guess what? It's Miquin with the sniper rifle in hand, and players are spawning in the rocket corner.
Finds a second one. He got initial one earlier on. 2 bullets, 2 headshots so far. Because they can block the cave spawn, and they can literally force them to spawn on the elbow side, and he can just happily sit here banging them all day long.
And look at this. Now Pistola takes his time. Boo Boo takes his time on those kills. They're going to get those kills out of the base, so we're going to see them push on Miquin right now. Miquin needs... And he hits the no-scope to shut down the push on Trippy. This man is putting on a show this weekend.
What? You drop down and you get the bullet. 50 cal to the face. It's going to hurt every single day.
We heard Over2 talk about it in their team intro, right? He is the guy who, Snipedown is the guy who makes the flanks. And how many times have we seen Snipedown behind opponents this game? He's 26 and 18, playing so well. 2 minutes left. If Reciprocity can maintain this lead, we're going to a Game 7.
They'll just keep applying this pressure. 1 minute 50 remaining on the clock at the moment. I think the time's just going to do its work. They'll keep slaying all day long. 83 kills from the side of Reciprocity. 70 kills from the side of Team EnVy. Another massive outslay. 13 kills only in it. Sees one player on the spawn, gets the thrust around him, was going for the ninja. It was a great effort, but didn't happen. Miquin, though, gets a double, gets the pull. He's got a double off the back of the rockets. He picks up the rockets. He actually transferred.
Trippy is on his flag. We're going to have both flags out here, so we're going to see a minor flag stand up. Trippy is already throwing down to bottom rockets. Can Reciprocity get this return? Looks like they have located the carrier, but not going to be a return just yet.
There's one player in basement. You've just seen him on radar. In fact, no, he's not. I'm talking rubbish. Not only is he in basement, they're actually on the opposing side as well. They're all flooding round. Envious, they get the return.
Oh, boy.
It might actually be a capture here as well.
It's going to be a cap here. That flag's going to come back home. 2-1 here. EnVy strikes. They've got 1 minute to put another flag on the board. Otherwise, we're going to a Game 7.
What happens here, guys? If they get another flag within the next 55 seconds, we will go to a 3-minute overtime. 50 seconds is all they have. They've got to play perfect Halo. They've got to push. They've got to go now. You cannot mess around.
Look at the kill feed. There's 2 kills there and a kill and a flagpole coming in for Reciprocity, so they are not letting up in terms of aggression. Reciprocity wants to end this game right here. Take a look at Penguin running the flag bottom mid.
Looks like this one could be it. Snipedown's with him. If no one's on the opposing side, he sees the scoreline. He sticks it in. 3-2-1. GG-REC. We are going to Game 7, Andy.
What a series this has been. So much debate about which of these two squads is better, right? Which of them has the 3rd and 4th power ranking in North America, and we're gonna need a Game 7 Rig Slayer to decide it.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at that medal. 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. It's a rare medal for a reason, Overkill. We very rarely see them. All 4 players down consecutively. And if there's a man with a plan who can, goddamn, it's Eric Roda.
Absolutely. The stats right there are going to be your Red Slayer stats, but I can walk you through Snipedown's actual numbers there. 30 and 20 were his final stats in that game. Amazing work from him. Miquin also 21 assists on the board for him.
95 kills. Almost 5 away from triple digits as a team.
I mean, and they outslay their opponents also 95-79, so heavily outslaying them in the objective game type. If you're a Reciprocity fan, you are so happy to see them bounce back, because we know they can play objective games like that. We just hadn't seen it in the series yet, but here they are now, forcing a game number 7. And Sims, what's happened so far in these Team Slayers?
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Oh boy, I have no idea what to say. I am lost for words. That game was insane. We did want to see a Game 7. And what a better way to do it. That there is your layout. That's how we've landed.
This is a $100,000 Rig Slayer. You're playing one match of Team Slayer for $100,000.
Boy, oh boy. If the stakes were any higher, I have no idea what would happen. I'm losing my mind. This is a great game. This has been a great series. It's going to be a great matchup. $100,000 on the line. And moving on in that loser bracket on the elimination side. Initial kills will come through for Rec, and look who's got the sniper.
Snipedown in the hands of the sniper rifle here as he's watching those bunker spawns. By the way, you did see a camo burn. It was a grab from Boo Boo Doo, but Miquin forces a double kill on Boo Boo and Trippy bottom middle, so they'll burn that camo, and now the sniper rifle, really the only thing in play here aside from the scatter shot.
Initial grenades will come through. They're pushing back to the bunker side. Keeping an eyes on that white corner, that white hole. The white corner itself is a very nasty, nasty position because you've got eyes on the prize when you look towards Nest, and you can also look towards the tower. It's going to be a very, very slow-paced game. Neither of these teams want to lose because we think someone just actually got battered. Yep, and a headshot comes through. You know what, guys? Rather than us continue to talk through this one, you guys want to hear the players and have to hear what they got to say. Let's dive on into a listening with Reciprocity.
Yeah, backing up. There might be. It's a dead body. Hold on. We're going to get an angle open field.
They might try to go barrels.
We have snipe, they have scatter, careful. Was that your melee?
Yeah.
Back at
Connector. Connector.
Nading connector.
Snipe ball.
Barrels.
Snipe ball. Snipe ball still.
This guy barrels.
I hear you.
Connector weak. No, I'm trying to do something. Back up. Somebody just watch snipe ball.
I hear you. I'm looking at it.
Carbine open field. Challenge me.
Is he going open field? Is he going open field?
No.
We're not watching barrels. Make sure they're.
Big cat. I'm getting naded. I'm getting naded.
No, they're pushing us.
I'm not looking snipe. I hear you.
On me with scatter. I killed scatter. No, it wasn't scatter. Open field. I killed one though. Open field.
It might be on me. Snipe ball was
Naded
scattered.
ball on us.
Watch tower. No one's watching tower.
I got scattered by basement.
Yeah, stay alive.
It's my fault.
You see where he's going?
Camo's coming soon. Hold this. Someone get to our top tower when we spawn, Tyler.
All right, old snipe and I got basement. Winners, I think. He's probably
They're
gonna
going
go.
rail. They're going rail.
Hey, he's probably gonna try and go sewers.
Bottom rail. One shot. I got
I'm
him.
gonna die, guys.
47.
I'm one shot.
Watching snipe ball.
Big door.
Big door. Big door.
I needed big door.
They're gonna go sewers for this.
182. Barrel's weak.
122 on me.
I hear you.
He's bad.
I got scattered. One shot E2. Saying. One shot E2.
Scattered E2. That was sniper.
They have camo E2. They have camo E2.
Weak white hole. White hole. 2 shot.
He ran a best bridge. I think.
Absolute.
Cat with camo.
Mid cat on me.
Under this bridge. Bottom
Top
bridge.
rail.
He's trenches side. He's one shot.
Top middle weak. One shot long hole. Nice. Two dead.
I got sniper.
I died.
Wait, where's Sewers?
I don't know.
Long haul.
Camo E1, I think. I swear I heard climber or something.
I climbered D1.
I'm pushing. They're gonna be nesting carbine.
You guys snipe ball.
Saying weak.
Connector weak.
I'm from big cat now.
Camo.
Big cat camo somewhere.
They're gonna come snipe ball. I'm watching your snipe ball.
I died from barrels.
Look at barrels.
Barrels right now.
White call.
Barrels win. Barrels half shields.
Guys, we have no one near us.
He's gonna push me E.
I'm trying to look at
Two on me and Zane.
I'm living. Barrels.
Camo's. Ola has scatter.
I got him.
Ola has scatter somewhere.
Yeah, he's nading me.
Barrels. I'm pushing E1.
He goes barrels with scatter.
I'm here with you.
New snipe.
He's here.
I'm gonna try to
look at it. Two back cat. You have no hope, Zane. You have no hope. Weaker 3 shots. One shot down to the left. One shot carbine.
Look at carbine.
Right next to you was one.
One shot.
I got him.
One shot.
One shot with scatter. One shot.
Same spot.
He's going snipe.
I'm looking now.
Got one. Stay alive.
On Zane.
I have shots, Zane.
Help each other. Nice. Get shit. We're gonna be bunker. Get out of
Get
there.
that scatter.
He's on me. I'm trying to live.
Where else?
Trying to get to rail.
Where is he? I live. He's E2.
One shot. 2 shots. Trippy. I got him. We should flood.
Yeah, Zane's in tower. Take our time.
2 here. 1 shot. 2 1 shot top tower.
Well. Not only does he get the headshot from the last bullet in the previous sniper, he finds a fresh one.
Oh my
Gets
gosh.
the ammunition, goes for the second player, but he can keep them pinned back. 1, 2, 3 members of Rec, they're all dead. They know he's the last guy there chilling in bunker. Doesn't necessarily, in fact, he looks like he'd potentially gone underpass. He does come back, but you know what? It would only be fair to flip it over to the opposing team, Team Envious. Let's dive on into the communication with the boys in blue and see how they answer back.
Crazy, on the crate. Sniper, top tower. Bottom tower, I saw him.
Camo 45.
He jumped up top tower. He jumped up top tower.
Probably. Camo 45.
He's got scatter up there. I shot him once, twice. He's 3 shots up there. He's 3 shots up there. He went outside the map. Outside the map. Cuts on the map. Barrels 1 shot.
He climbered
1 shot.
45.
45. Guys, stop. Going for it.
Stop. Justin's going for it.
Bunker's still sniping. He's a bullet sniper. He's a bunker.
Half shields and bunker. I'm getting pushed from cuts.
Jesse, push you. Jesse,
Dude, he has scatter bomb tower. Scatter bomb tower, Jesse.
That's one. I'm leaving.
Bottom tower. There's one in BR. Bottom tower.
Yes, came out.
White corner. Big cat.
Looking.
White corner, you got me. White corner dead. I shot. Only have scatter, so they so scatter.
One guy underpass.
Are you?
Yeah, he's going. Michael Camo's gone.
Backing up with camo.
Hear you.
We saw one barrel. Go in trench with this camo.
We can
Let me go trench with scatter. I'm with camo.
Alright.
Hear that.
Turning
around for you, Justin.
I can go like look. Do they have
E1 has 2 shots.
I'm in trench right now. This guy rail straight.
Justin, I'm going nest for you. Justin, I'm going nest for you.
I'm pushing behind them.
I got white corner.
They saw me.
I got shots. I shot twice.
BR base. One here. Two guys on me, guys. 2 guys weak back there on BR.
One shot bunker stairs.
Weak as well.
Try to kill sniper.
Stairs.
And E2. E2 and scatter.
Scatter cuts and sniping barrels. Scatter cuts and sniping barrels.
Yeah, I got it.
Sniping barrels.
It's the barrels.
Yeah, I'm watching AB2. I'm like,
That's the camo spawn.
Why you two?
One's gonna go right.
Barrels. Hit him with an aid.
The wizard does get his cloak of invisibility, Andy, but he can't do anything with it. As soon as he picked up that camo Rec, they just flooded the hell out of him and sat him down.
He kind of ran out of time, right? You heard Pistola say, I'm coming back, open field. Look at that. Great job, though, from Boo Boo to stay alive and pick up that kill. They're only down by 4, but you heard Pistola come back to open field. Then he had to go all the way back bottom middle, and by the time he was on BR base, he was running out of camo, and he got eagle-eyed. He got flooded, and they weren't able to clean up those kills. So EnVy running out of time there on the camouflage, but the next camo's coming up in 30 seconds, so they're going to have another chance here.
6 minutes on the clock, down by 5. They can definitely turn this one around, but they've got to be very, very careful. Snipe down, wibble wobble, pushes him back for a second. The grenade comes through, and he finds its target. He dupes him to the side. Spartan's got a sniper rifle as well. Look at that. Spin around, turn and face.
Oh boy, it looks like Spartan's controller disconnected. That's big. Oh my gosh, you saw him look down at his controller. Controller disconnects.
Oh, no.
That could be a huge turn there. He was about to bring that sniper to E2. And now EnVy's gonna get a camo. Are you kidding me? Anyone's game here. Reciprocity maintains the lead by 3 kills though.
Where does the sniper rifle go? It goes in the hands of Sayan. He's also got himself a camo as well. He turns one. There's another player just banking round. Over on the Batman. Someone sees him. 3 players line up. Can he land any of these bullets, though? He knows exactly where they all are. He'll be calling this out now. They're only down by 2. Oh, my God.
Folks, you never see that. Sayan just picking up no scopes now. You never see a controller disconnect like that. Very, very uncommon. You saw him look down right away, and as the observers cut to it, cost him because the pressure was coming. But still, Reciprocity is leading here. Look at this, by 1 kill, but they have camo, scatter shot, and sniper rifle on the side of EnVyous.
That's heartbreaking. Sniper rifle now in the hands of Sayan. Look it across. Camo's off his back. He'll check the corridor, but the bullets are coming through, so he knows some sort of information. He'll just try and feel out the enemy, see if he can get a pre-fire on one. Spots him over the edge, turns around. Absolutely massive kill. Picks up a double, but Rec, they are still on their back, Andy. 1 kill lead.
Still in the lead at this point as we take a look now. 1 kill separating these 2 squads. 6 power weapon kills for EnVy. 9 power weapon kills for EnVy. 6 for the other side of the stage on Reciprocity. 1 kill game. That next camo is not for 35 seconds, so Pistola with 1 scatter shot left is going to have to wait for that next one to come up. Tied. Looks like a 2 kill lead here now for EnVy. Keep in mind here, $100,000 on the line in this Slayer.
Jumps up on the Batman. Remember, when you're walking around, not using your abilities, you're not going to be appearing on the tracker in the bottom left. He spots one who will drop. They now have a 4-point lead. EnVyous, they have turned this one around. Easy kill. Call comes through. Pistola drops. He answers back. Turns around. Looking for the 5. He can get the headshot as well. Grenades will go down. That player's trapped in the corner. Will we see a kill come through? No, we will not. But they know exactly where they're spawning, Andy. They can keep them back here on engine side and bunker. If they just pace themselves back onto the BR, they can focus fire them off the spawn.
They force the burn on Boo Boo Doo Boo. Boo Boo Doo Boo does not get that camo, so now look at this. Reciprocity gets a few dead. They're only down by 1. It's a 41-40 game, 10 kills to go.
They've all just pushed together as a unit. They kind of brought this one back now. Down by 1 kill. 3 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock. $100,000 game stands on a knife edge of 9 mere kills.
Sniper rifle in 10 seconds. You just heard it now. They're going to want to get over to E2 to apply that net pressure on that sniper rifle. It's about to pop, but look at EnVy picking up a string of kills. Now 45-42. EnVy gets the sniper rifle as well. Boo Boo Doo Boo in hand.
3 minutes and 3 kill lead. Looking for the players spawning back BR. He knows exactly where they are. He'll rotate this sniper. He'll take it to tower side. He'll drop tower 1. You can see what they're doing, Andy. They're going to potentially go and try and flood around them. Take control of rail, because if you have the sniper on the rail side, the opposing team has to come to you. You can completely lock it down.
Yeah, here's observer mode, so you can see those outlines. Now back to Boo Boo Doo Boo's POV. They're up by 3. Boo Boo Doo Boo has a $100,000 game in his hands here. Look how much ammo he's got. He can win this game for his team, as EnVy absolutely has their opponents pinched back in this corner of the map.
It's all going to go quiet. Nobody wants to give away an easy death. Boo Boo knows. He's got 5 bullets here, and he can make a lot of work with it. 5 potential headshots. In fact, these 5 bullets, if they all land in the head, Andy, that will be a 100K sniper.
Liquid's trying to make a move here over on the rail. He's kind of mid-catwalk, trying to get an angle right now, as we see. Still Boo Boo with that sniper rifle, trying to land up those shots. Look at these teams, how slow they're playing, and can you blame them? And, oh, he sees the angles! Oh, gets a shot there. Who was that? That was Penguin. Penguin does get killed. Trippy gets the finish. Now they're at 46-42. They could push here.
Here comes the flood. They're looking back. They spot one. They're probably going to chase it through. Now he's got the angle of where they're going to be spawning. His teammates will have pushed through, and there you go. There comes the bunker. One player jumps up behind. That should be a kill, but another one's there. 1-2. It's a 2-kill game here. They do answer back. He spots a no-shield guy. His teammates should be able to answer that one. Will Boo Boo run? No, he does not.
49,
one more kill. The grenades are going to come past. He spots him above. He's got the camo. He's got the scanners. The player chasing him. Will he jump up? Looking further afield, and there it is. Team EnVyous. They shoot, they score. $100,000 in the bank, and they survive to see another map on Championship Sunday.
Safe to say that was our finest series of the tournament so far. So much up for grabs here. Not only $100,000, but really the deciding match between which team sits higher on the power rankings in North America. And it went the distance all the way to game number 7. EnVy closes it out 4-3.
All right then, Seattle, please give a big round of applause for all the players on the stage. They played their hearts and souls, but there can only be one at the end of the day. What a series.
And it's a heartbreaking defeat there, of course, for Spartan. Such an amazing performance from him the whole weekend, and you saw the controller disconnect as he grabbed that sniper rifle and was flying into E2. Who knows what would have happened in that series had that not happened. You saw that still they had the lead after that for a little while. However, EnVy just a little bit too strong, because after that we saw them grab scatter shots, we saw them grab the camos, and we also saw him get quite a few grabs on the sniper rifle. Boo in the end, with that sniper rifle, even though he didn't put the kills on the board, his sniper presence is really what pressured and allowed his teammates to file in for those final kills.
Took the words out of my mouth. Having that sniper rifle when there's so much on the line, you know, as a player, you can't show your head, because if you show your head, he's going to take it at the end of the day. So just having that presence pretty much slowed down the entire game, and it allows EnVy to kind of dictate where it's going to go, because then he can at least push them either. And as we saw, he was looking all the way at rail. They're like, okay, well, we know where he is. He's just chilling on the pipes, so we can't do anything at rail. But again, time then becomes a factor. You think, okay, I need to do something here. We need to make a push. So he's like, well, I'm up in tower. I know exactly where you're going to be. If you're not going to be at rail, we'll have one player flank round, and we'll have a little bit of push, get the information, feed it back. There's only one place they're going to be. They're either going to be coming through little mini cat door or over from their side. And that's exactly, we saw the little foot of the corner just tanked him up. It's like,
and how fast did they finish that kill, right? The second that you saw Boo hit Penguin's ankle with that sniper shot, right? The immediate Trippy nades it immediately, and that's what won them that game. It was beautiful teamwork, beautiful composure in the late game.
It was. Congratulations to Team EnVy. But I think we have a winner view down on the floor with none other than the legend, the wizard himself. It's Pistola.
It is indeed. You know, you never miss a sticky either, bro, so that's amazing in itself. You nearly got reverse swept, but you just didn't let it happen. I mean, what an incredible game. I mean, we love a game 7, right, guys? So thank you so much for that. You kept it really exciting. How was that entire situation for you?
I mean, it's just Halo at this point. It's just fun, and I don't know, I really enjoy it. Hopefully it's entertaining for everybody else. I feel really bad for them because of the disconnected controller, but I don't know what to do about that, but yeah, it was awesome.
And let's pick apart CTF. Yeah, give it up for Reciprocity as well, guys. They played an amazing game. CTF, it was very difficult. I mean, the boys made it really hard for you guys to get the cap, and towards the end of the game, it just looked a little bit shaky from you guys. What was going on?
You talking about Coli, CTF? Yeah, they were just putting so much pressure, and they were kind of out shooting us as well, so that was not working out very well. But yeah, they were being so aggressive and all up in your face, and that's pretty much what the meta is in Halo 5 right now. We couldn't keep up in that game type for some reason.
And of course, this is the first time you're officially playing against Snipe Down and Mikwin, which they did used to be on EnVy. So how was it playing against old teammates?
I mean, I've teamed with so many people, and I've been dropped, I've switched teams, and I've played against so many old teammates. It's always fun, but I have nothing but respect for those guys. They're great players, and yeah.
$100,000 in the bank secure already, but you've got Splice or Tox next. Which one would you prefer to play?
I mean, I'm down to play anybody. Whoever ends up playing better and gets knocked in the loser's bracket, I'm down to play anybody. So we got to beat everyone to win, so it doesn't matter.
That's exactly what a winner would say. So Pistola, thank you so much. Good luck for the next stages. Boys is back to on the desk.
Wow. What a game, and the legend, the wizard Pistola, helping lead this team to victory in a grueling best of 7 that went the distance, but there you see it. And, you know, he's so right, and I always love quoting wrestling terminology, but this is a fact. You know, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man, and it doesn't matter, and that comes from the legendary Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Woo! And if...
See, I'm wrestling. Not the Wonder Boy, the Nature Boy.
Yes, but I was going to say, though, that, you know, for that response from Ola is exactly what I wanted to hear. You have to be ready to beat either of these teams, because at this point now, it's just all about the $500,000. Clutch?
Well, you heard him say it. I mean, it doesn't matter who he plays because he expects to win and then play the other team. So he's got to beat both of them anyways.
Exactly. You got to keep climbing that mountain because it is a formidable one. But let's jump into the replays here and take a look at the action. And I mean, couldn't even like begin to start and talk about this. I mean, this was Reciprocity coming off of a very dominating victory. And then EnVy sets the tone of the series against Reciprocity, saying, hey, listen, it's nice that you beat Renegades 4-0. Guess what? We beat Elevate 4-0. Now let's show you what we have. And this was a great game for EnVy to kind of just, like I said, set that tone.
Especially when they had Rockets and Ocean right off the start. And they lost it literally within that 30 seconds. But EnVy really showed how great it is to actually hold that blue bend, the security bridge, and also the blue bend, just to make sure they can keep him on par around the red nest and red area. Because you saw most of that time, they put so much pressure on him. I felt like Reciprocity came out a little bit slow in that first game, but you saw obviously after that they progressed from there.
And Coliseum was Reciprocity territory, man. Every time this team went to Coliseum against any squad, it didn't matter, Wonder Boy, they looked dominant. They're so comfortable with all the angles that they can hold. They just execute this map so well.
Yeah, this is a home map for Reciprocity. They've won both Coliseums in this series against Team EnVy. Team EnVy, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and see what Reciprocity did right on Coliseum. And that was mainly controlling the power weapons and converting them into kills. And that, as a result, led them getting back into this series.
Yeah, I think you're completely right on that. I mean, any map with a snipe, other than the last one, and we saw some unfortunate things happen in the last game type, but any map that had a snipe, you really saw Reciprocity shine. Any map that didn't have a snipe, you really saw this EnVy roster step up and take over. And I think if they're going to expect to compete with the likes of Splice and Tox, they're going to have to start controlling snipe better.
Absolutely, and with this game type as well, you'll notice that EnVy were only up by +5, so it shows their objective efficiency, especially going 3-0 in true CTF. And I think at one stage we were very worried, because if you can only outslay the opposite team by 5 kills and getting 3-0 on true CTF, it makes you think, well, if their objective efficiency is not that great, then surely in the future, again, especially on that Coliseum CTF game further on, but it was just a complete other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, but then you look at Strongholds on Plaza, and this is a map that does have, you know, quite a few toys, you know, on the map here, and yet still the objective efficiency for EnVy was just as strong as it was in Eden Strongholds. Why was that?
I honestly think that EnVy just is a better objective team than Reciprocity. Reciprocity, they only won one objective throughout this entire series. I called a 4-2 for EnVy. The 2 games I thought that Reciprocity might take would be those Slayers. And they were very fortunate to take an objective. I say fortunate, they completely earned it on the Coliseum, captured the flag. But all round, I just think EnVy's, they know what to prioritize. They always work together. That's not to say that Reciprocity didn't, but EnVy, they work together to control key areas of the map just way better than Reciprocity did.
Another thing that really stuck out to me throughout this entire series was each game type that had camo. You see every one of these players on EnVy get these camos and make such smart plays, such intelligent plays that are so efficient for their team that get the job done. They're not just getting this camo and trading with it like we've seen so many other people do. Every one of these EnVy roster players, they're so calm, so patient, and so together whenever they have this camo, and they know how to use it to a perfection.
And the best thing about this game type as well on Coliseum CTF was when you actually saw when Reciprocity had the flag pulled, every single time they would take cave as priority first, but not only that, but if the flag was already well on its way, what you would see is that they'll push for grass first, so that at least when anyone's at S2 or S3, they'll take notice of Ben first as a priority, and then all the other guys on ramp and maze can literally just pick him off. But the main thing as well is the fact that EnVy, I felt like when the flag got to their side, they kind of slipped up a lot and didn't really look after the flag guy enough to get all the way back at the base. So just make sure that when you get it back to their base, you've got to make sure that you've got to stop slaying and make sure you pull back and be on the defense until you're prepared to get that sniped out of control back.
Yeah, and into that game 6, that Coli CTF victory for Reciprocity, one of the big moments was that snipe down triple kill with the flag cap.
You got the
and that was, or the overkill, excuse me, the overkill. And that is actually going to be our G Fuel play of the game, Wonder Boy. What a moment that was.
I just want to know if the guys at Halo Data Hive are watching. I just need to know between Snipe Down and Frosty, who has the most event overkills this season in Halo 5, because Snipedown seems to get 2 or 3 almost every single event, and this was a really important one as well, taking out all 4 of Team EnVyUs to get that second capture. That second capture is breathing room at that point for Reciprocity, and an overkill to cap it off as well, excuse the pun. Just so well played from Snipedown.
But that would be the last time that Reciprocity pulled off a victory. As we take a look at our final highlights for Game 7, Rig Slayer, a very slow-paced game, as it should be, because so much on the line for these 2 teams. We kept reiterating it. This is a $100,000 game of Halo that they're playing, and this one just had all the drama and intrigue you'd like of a Shakespearean play, just wrapped up with a couple Spartans and some dramatic Halo.
And I was really worried as well. At the last stage, you could see that they had such a great setup and had every angle covered. They knew that there's only 2 ways they can push through, either Engine 1 or if they get someone weak, get that Whitehall controllers ASAP and then push through. But sadly, as they started making the push, the guy Engine 1 actually died, but sadly enough, Reciprocity pushed anyway, thinking that at least if one of them are weak, they can get Engine 2 and Whitehall and then change over the setup and move the rotation. But it seemed like whoever had Snipe on Tower 2, they were ready for that already. They heard the call-outs, they knew it was coming, and same was sniping them off. And then as you saw with Pistola, he had that camo scatter right at the end, and it was a job done.
Oh, man, what a series that was, gentlemen. That was a good one.
I don't think we can not mention the disconnect.
Oh, I was going to mention it. I
can't express to you what Spartan and the rest of Reciprocity are feeling right now. I mean, you guys know it was around the 30 kill mark, maybe the late 20 kill marks where it happened. But that's exactly when Reciprocity was about to run away with this series. That was their opportunity. They had just picked up the fresh snipe. The camo was coming up in
30s, actually.
The camo was coming up in like 5 to 6 seconds. He was making his way towards the camo to potentially get camo snipe for his team. They had a 5-kill cushion. They could have blown that game straight open from there. His controller disconnects. They get the free kill. They get the free snipe. They get camo snipe and scatter. Complete control of the map. God, I mean,
one word.
My stomach still hasn't been able to just come back from it.
You just chuck that controller out.
All that hard work.
That controller's not making the flight home.
All those,
I'll say that much.
All that hard work that those kids have been putting in, man, and for it to just be ripped away from you. And I know it's just one death, and you have to find a way to get composure back after something like that happens. You have to, and they weren't able to do it, and I hate that for them. That's something that's going to haunt these kids for a very long time.
And that one death you talk about is the fact that they actually, EnVy was in a defensive setup. They were quite far back, trying to at least bait them to get their camera to finish him off. But as soon as he died and disconnected, all 4 of them instantly just went push, and they went all angles. And you could see from there that they had snipe back, they had camo.
Because they didn't have to worry about a snipe being
all the tools in the shed, basically, to actually turn things around. And I think, in a way, they probably obviously didn't see the disconnect. Maybe one of them saw it because he was standing still. But partly, EnVy probably thought, well, you know what, their mentality is completely out the window, so now they can at least capitalize on that. But it was such a shame because it's like you said, it's a mentality shift, but it's just the fact that EnVy was sitting really far back, assuming they were going to get the camo. Yeah. When that one guy died, all 4 of them are going to push. It's just a natural instinct for them.
And Pistola said it in the interview, right? Hey, what are you going to do, right? I mean, he has to take him out. You know, the game's just not going to stop. You know, to be like, okay, go ahead and reconnect your controller. Like, no, if something happens and you pulled your controller or you know the cable came out.
He's been on the other side of this. He's been on the other side of this exact situation.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that one? Because that is a history-making moment for you, Plus.
I mean, we all knew Triggers Down was one of the best teams in Halo 3, and they had an opportunity to win a national championship, but unfortunately Hysteria got up and celebrated a little bit too early and disconnected his Xbox, and that made the game lag, and they had to replay the game against Classic. They ended up losing that game and losing the Game 5, and they ended up not being able to come through losers bracket. That's not Pistola's fault. It wasn't my fault that Triggers Down couldn't come back through losers bracket, that they couldn't have any resolve. Pistola's got to think about himself. Pistola doesn't care what the heck happened on Reciprocity's side. I mean, that's exactly the mindset he has to have. He has to be like, I mean, that's like if your shoe comes off in basketball. I'm not going to stop playing defense for you to put your shoe on.
A thing we say in UK sports, play to the whistle.
Exactly.
You got to play to the whistle.
I totally agree, but that is going to do it for that series. Congratulations, honestly, congratulations to Reciprocity as well as EnVy for moving on, but Reciprocity for a damn good tournament. And now we move forward to our championship winner final.